because this is our little kind of performance day. But first, let's continue with our cleaning and our interpretation and all that. For you, those of you just joining us, we do a little piece of choreography. Each time it's something different with a little different style and steps and attitude. And we go through the creation process, learning it, and then we clean up the nuances and do a little mock performance. So that is what we are doing today. I had to hurry on Wednesday, so this is the continuation of this. But let's start from the beginning, just to remember what we did last time. So we started in a position that looks as though we're looking down, but we're not really. This is just kind of an illusion, but that we've still got our upright posture, and our shoulders are just kind of twisted a little bit to be visible to our audience. And our gaze, you want to drop your chin, you want your gaze far, far out and down. That'll make it look like your eyes are closed without them actually being closed, and that you're leaning a little bit down. This is relaxed posture, and we're going to start the music with our chin, followed by our arm, and it's our elbow that lifts our arm up as we reach it to the sky, and the chin as we let it drop. So, and this piece where your gaze is very important. So if you're here, you want to, again, your eyes into the horizon, you want to look way out, and like you're asking a question to the sky, and letting it drop as though you're showing your hand. And this arm takes in your leg, so you're in the middle. So your weight is here, bring this one in, and you go right into roll here. Keep your core tight so you don't wobble. And as you come down, lift those elbows up. And you're going to stay right here. Now, right across. And the left unfolds to meet it. And here's where we start with bachata. So we're going to step together, step, tap, step, together, step, and step. Step right, and we're going to do a little circle with our left. So as we're stepping here, if this is quick, so you want it to come right through, you want to bring it right through, pretty much touching here, you don't want to have any gaps. And a little circle around our front. And here, it's a small thing, but it makes a big difference. You're going to push off your right leg to step on your left. Even though this one is a small step, we've done this in kind of a bigger way. We're stepping here, and that comes through. And you see that little push up makes a difference. So here we're going to step tap, and I'm just going to kind of bring this arm in. And again, this is an elbow movement. So this is a bachata piece. Well, it's a bachata fusion. So we're doing a few basic bachatas, the step together, step, tap, step together, step, tap. So we've used that in this piece, but it's not really true bachata. It's a choreo. So it's kind of using elements of that, but also other elements too. So we've got here, so we're going to step tap. This one is just kind of folding, like this is kind of a demure movement. So demure, from side to side, step tap, step, and on the last one, so when we come here, we're doing our step taps. On the last one, we're going to lift our leg up. Now this is up to you whether you want to just lift it a little bit or if you want to lift it a lot. That's just kind of a taste thing. Both are nice, and they both have their own kind of look to it. But the feeling I want you here, so I want you to make sure you have that weight already over your leg before you lift your foot, right? You don't want to lift your leg when you're still shifting your weight, because that that can be a wobble if you don't calculate it precisely. So you're doing your step tap here and you're moving to the last one. Move that weight all the way over your legs. You want your hips to be squared on there before you lift your foot. So this is something that you, again, you don't see. It looks like you're just doing your step taps, but you want to make sure that weight is right there. And this leg is just kind of suspended in the air. So you want this to be almost like a breath because you're going to be moving backwards. So you've got it in there and then it's going to go to the ground. Now whether you have it high or low, you want it to go to a little diagonal to the back but straight to the ground. So you don't want to go out like that on the diagonal. If it's up, you just want it to go straight to the ground and you're starting a little backward movement. So if we come here, step tap, little circle, and our step tap, step, and in the air, and down, and remember you want to keep your body still here. This is just your feet, and you're coming through. We're going to do it towards you at first, even though it's on the diagonal. Again, you want to keep your legs together so you slide through. And then you turn that front foot a little bit as you put your weight on it. So you want to slide through, but your weight goes straight forward. The weight stays over the leg that's moving. So come back here, and one of these. And our arms are just kind of coming up like we're offering something here. And we're going to do half of our basic here. So, and we do our step together, step, tap, and bringing again that arm kind of towards us, folding it in like a flower closing. So here we're going to start. This is just kind of, I'd say, based on the Dominican style of bachata, which is more stepping. So here, I want you to feel like somebody's grabbing your hip and just pulling kind of out and up. And that's what's lifting your other leg. And you're stepping on it. So it's all one movement here. And then the other leg. And then this leg. I'm just doing this to give you that feeling of somebody's holding your hip. So, and you want to feel a little stretch along here, so you're getting those steps. That's your movement here. So we've come here and we're starting to step on our left, right, and we're going to swing around here and move to the side, to the side, to the side, and to the side. So this is our little bouncy movement. So in a lot of these dances, in the Latin social dances, you're bending and straightening your knees all the time, right? So it's almost with every step, you're going up and down, like a piston. So that definitely holds true, particularly in this kind of style. So you want to make sure you are getting that movement of, as you're taking your step, that your knees are bending. You really want to use those knees. And when you're coming through, you're swinging your hips around. Now, trying to isolate this hip movement, it's not even hip movement, as we talked about, it's coming from here. So you're not bending forward, you're not using just your hips, you're not using your whole body. You're keeping this still, and just kind of from your ribcage down, it's going to swing around in a half circle. So we're swinging around in a half circle, and from here, bending again. And arm arms out here, just like you're just kind of having fun, like you're looking at what your hips are doing. And this is a bend and straighten, so you straighten up a little bit as you swing that leg and go from side to side. Again, remember to do it from the ribcage down and not just your hips. So, and from here we're going to do our tap, tap, step, tap, 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 step, tap, in, bring our right arm forward and our left arm up. And this one, we're going to twist just a little bit more. So keeping your hips in place. I'm going to stretch that kind of up and around. And that's going to give you the momentum to swing into your turn. So we do, well, you need momentum whenever you're turning, whatever style, but there's different ways of doing it. So, you've got jazz and ballet turns where you're coming more from, kind of this position, turned out if you're doing ballet. But, so in this kind of social dance, we take it from our core, and it's that swing of our body that takes us around. So I want you to use this to swing into your little kind of pulsing turns here. And your arms are doing a kind of an airplane. So we do that separately. Your arms are just kind of reaching forward in a circular movement. And you want to bring your chest a little bit with so here we really want to make that contrast that the movements suddenly get very big and very broad and also very smooth. So as we come here, we are swinging just like a kid playing airplane. But you want to make those great big movements, but this is a little more playful. And so you're going around in a circle. And you want to, once you start turning, you already want to be aware. This is not really a turn that you can spot, so you are looking more or less forward. But you want to be aware of where your front is as you're turning. It's only a couple turns. You can do one, you can do three, whatever you're feeling. But you want to know where your audience is, so you kind of come forward and then reach out. And this is your biggest movement of all. And I want you to feel like this time somebody's grabbing your rib cage and pulling it out, and you're stepping right on that leg. So you're stepping out, and your arms are coming from your elbows. And to the left. And when you come to the right, you're just going to stand there like you're turning away from somebody who's talking to you. And I want that to come as a surprise, right? So you're doing these great big movements, and then suddenly, instead of doing another one, which is what people's minds are going to expect, you're just going to stand here like you're, no, I'm pretend I'm not listening to you. And then you are going to listen, so you're going to turn around and look at the imaginary person who's talking to you there. And from here, you want to be extra sure that your weight is over your right foot, because that's going to be your push-off foot. And you're going to push back to your left. And you're just going to use your right foot to push back. And this time when you push back, keep it a little bit up on both your feet. Now, if you're somebody who likes to turn out, here's where you can turn out. Show off you've got some turn out. But otherwise, just step back, and step back, and step back, like you're trying to get away from something. But you want to keep your upper body pretty still, and your focus is in that direction. And from here, you're going to run forward, you're going to tear forward as fast as you can. I don't have a lot of space here, so I got to put back a little bit. And then, big move, wide open, looking up at the sky. And dropping down, and that drop is your right, then your left. And then your right shoulder is going to roll up. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder. And from here, your left leg is going to slide around. So let's repeat that just once more without music. And then we're going to move to the music. Or we can go straight to the music. That is up to you guys. Maybe let's go straight to the music. So I want you to give it a good run, and you can always repeat, always practice, and you can always ask questions, and we really do our best to answer each and every one. So let us know what we can help you with. We also do one-on-one instruction, so you can contact us about that too. All right, let's give it a try. So how did you do those there, flies? Is it okay? Let me know if you want to repeat that another day, or if you want to move on. Please give us lots of likes, because we want you to help us decide which music we're going to use for our next one. So send us some choices, and so like you most, we'll give you the fixed choice. So yes, let me know about any questions and any comments, what you want to work on, because I know we all have like things that are specific to us, but there's also a lot of stuff that pretty much we all have in common. So I want to know your thoughts, and we will see you then on Monday, if not before. Sometimes I hop on and go live on the weekends too, just for fun. Sometimes I prepare some things, sometimes I'm just hanging out. So I will see you all on